this thing is an inconvenient truth that Democrats don't want you to know about. If you go to the hotels nearby, they even stick a sticker on the maps that they give out to pretend that Skid Row isn't here. But when we go there today, we will find that it is slippery underfoot because of the human feces. There are rats running around in the daylight whose fleas have the typhus that has made this a typhus zone, and it is unsanitary, and it is not kind to leave these individuals like this. These individuals need help, and it isn't food, and it isn't sort of volunteering. They need to be picked up, removed, and this place needs to be hosed down by the military, because it is, this is a hazard zone that we're going into.
Today, about 8,000 homeless people live in the small square mile of Los Angeles known as Skid Row. Skid Row was home to as many as 10,000 homeless people in the 1930s. In 1956, social services for Skid Row cost the city over 50 times more than the average neighborhood.
I'm Alex Jones, and this is Katie Hopkins, Hopkins World. I was out in Los Angeles, so was she. She's had the #1 show in the UK. They've got a government-funded national play talking about how they want to assassinate her. She invited us out, so we're here with Katie Hopkins, taking us down to Skid Row to look at the effects of globalization and why leftist-controlled cities are what many call, you-know-what holes.
Why don't the Democrats care about them?
Because they don't live down here with us. They don't go through the stuff that we go through down here. So you could talk about it, but until you actually come down here, you won't know. You don't know how we live. Some of us ain't on drugs, and we still need the help. I don't use drugs.
You smell nice.
Thank you.
Sometimes there's a sense, isn't there, down here, that it can be a little bit smelly.
Right.
It can be a lot of smell,
right.
Human feces.
Right.
But you're just trying to live a clean life.
Right.
Trying to do the right thing. But
looking for a job. It's hard looking for a job when you live down here because they think you're on drugs or you're like this, and I'm not.
I want to explain something. When you go to a national park, they say don't feed the bears, don't feed the squirrels, because they stop living in their natural habitat. They stop working. They fall apart. Collectivism destroys people. And because there's handouts down here, because there's all these city services down here that only keep people subservient, that don't build them up, it is a magnet in blue-controlled cities to collapse society, and it is frightening and it is sad. But we know this is what happens to every species on this planet when it becomes domesticated. It doesn't know how to take care of itself, and there are drug dealer predators down here, openly selling drugs in front of everybody. The police department has basically been barred from stopping them. This is America. This is a blue city right now. This is the Democrats.
I think one of the things people don't realize about here is the smell. So you can't get it as where you're sitting watching this, but it's just the overwhelming smell of human feces. The ground is slippery underfoot, and it just makes you quite wretchy. And I guess the sadness of it is this is everybody here. This is their normal. This is their everyday. This is what life is in America for these guys. And I guess there's so much talk about the illegals coming over the border, and what about those poor children? Well, what about these Americans who've been here for years and years with no hope?
Response here. The police just flash their sirens and roll through quickly. We've had some folks make some threatening gestures, and folks right next to us. We're going to get out of this area right now.